Buenos dias, buenos tardes, mga amigos, mga amigas. Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Naririto na namang muli ang inyong lingkod, Attorney Rene Bueno. Kaninang umaga, nasulyapan ko po yung simula ng pagdinig ng Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability sa ating mababang kapulungan. Doon sa nakita ko ang imbitado na mga resources speakers ay yung mga opisyales ng Office of the Vice President. Ito ay pinangungunahan ng kanilang hepe ng Department of Legal Affairs. Ang kapuna-puna dito is that bago magumpisa yung pagdinig, ay naggawa ng dahilan upang hindi makapanumpa sa harapan ng Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability itong si Attorney Tolentino, citing the reason that she was not able to receive an invitation, a formal invitation as a resources speaker doon sa gagawing pagdinig. And at the same time, nandoon daw siya bilang isang representante ng isang institusyon, yung Office of the Vice President. Medyo parang hindi logical kasi ba't ka pumunta sa isang pagdinig na wala naman palang formal na imbitasyon at paano ka pupunta doon bilang representative kung ikaw naman ay walang written authorization coming from the institution that you are representing. When she was asked kung merong any written document to the effect na siya ngayon magre-represent, ay walang naipakitang dokumento si Attorney Tolentino. The reason why there was a move on the part of the members of the Committee on Good Government na may excuse na lang siya at umalis na siya doon sa pagdinig sapagkat unang-una walang authorization to represent the institution. Pangala, there was no formal invitation to act as a resources speaker. Kaya pinalabas na muna siya doon sa committee. At ang kapuna-puna dito kasi nung bago siya pinalabas, ay sinasabi niya na kaya hindi naka-attend ng mga previous hearings itong kanyang mga kasamahan sa Office of the Vice President ay sapagkat hindi nagkaroon ng proper service of summons or proper service of subpoena sa mga kinakaukulan doon sa Office of the Vice President, citing Rule 14 and 21. Ito pong Rule 14 and 21 ay may patungkol to sa summons and subpoena na kung saan dapat personal services to na ibinibigay doon sa mga taong iniimbitahan na humarap sa isang pagdinig. At sabi niya, suppletory daw tong rules na to doon sa pagdinig ng House of Representatives. So, ang reaction ko dito is the fact that although itong rules of court is suppletory to the rules of procedure sa House of Representatives, there are times that the House of Representatives may set aside the rules of court and may create its own rules of procedure. While the Supreme Court is empowered to promulgate its own rules concerning the pleadings, concerning practice, and concerning creating its own rules of procedure, the House of Representatives, being a separate branch of the government, may set aside these rules of court and creates its own internal rules. Yun ang dapat na katwiran dyan ng mga kongresista sana kanina doon sa naging pagdinig nung tinatanong nila itong si Attorney Tolentino kasi hindi naman mandatory itong rules of court that should be implemented doon sa House of Representatives. Although kailangan palaging ma-observe ang due process in accordance with the provisions of the 1987 Constitution, but when it comes to the enforcement of its own rules of procedure, masusunod yung Kongreso. Kasi it is a separate branch of government. They belong to the legislative department while the Supreme Court belongs to the judicial department. So medyo sa akin parang mali yung citation na ni-raise nitong hepe ng Legal Affairs Department ng Office of the President. Medyo walang legal backbone yung kanyang sinabi doon sa harapan ng Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability. While personal service of summons is a common method na ginagamit natin para mag-acquire ng jurisdiction ng isang hukuman, ng isang korte, or isang investigating body, may mga other methods naman na sinusunod dyan. Kapag ayaw mong tanggapin, ay may mga substituted service na sinasabi. At, or meron diyang service of summons by publication. So, alam ko may mga alternative method, may mga substituted service na binibigay ang ating rules dyan sa House of Representatives. Siyempre, kadalasan dyan, nagtatago yan or umiiwas matanggap yung summons because if they will not be able to receive it hindi nagkaroon ng personal service of summons, ang kakatwiran niya, wala kayong jurisdiction. Hindi ako aaten kasi hindi naman nagkaroon sa akin ng personal service of summons or subpoena. Yun ang mga kinakatwiran niya. Kaya hindi magsisi-attend talaga yan. So, dapat siguro kung wala pang substituted service o service of summons by publication sa House of Representatives, this is about time on their part to create a new rules of procedure dyan sa internal affairs ninyo na dapat magkaroon din ng substituted service of summons. Although hindi, gayahin na lang yung sinasabi dun sa rules of court na sa Rule 14. No, at the related rules pagdating sa substituted service of summons. So, pangalawa, yung kaya hindi talaga mandatory yung service of summons, yung personal service of summons sa House of Representatives. Kasi laki naman ng pagkakaiba, no? Sa regular or traditional court proceedings ay talagang mandatory yan. Dapat magkaroon ng personal service of summons. Tapos kung wala, substituted service and then service by publication. At in order for the court to acquire jurisdiction. Kaya nga lamang, ang pagkakaiba niyan, ang purpose of the judiciary is to resolve disputes and issues na dinala sa kanila. But in the legislative department, ang purpose niya, kaya nagkakaroon ng service of summons related to the legislative investigation in aid of legislation is for them to collect information that will help them craft new laws or amend or revise the existing laws. So malaking pagkakaiba. That is why the House of Representatives is sometimes allowed to set aside the enforcement of the rules of court and then follow their own rules of procedure dyan sa House of Representatives. So yung sinasabi kanina ng Hepe ng Legal Affairs Department ng Office of the Vice President ay medyo hindi suportado ng malakas na walang legal na basihan. Ako'y nagtataka lamang dito sa mga opisyales ng Office of the Vice President kung bakit tumatanggi, umiiwas na humarap sa pagdinig dyan sa Committee on Public Accountability and Good Government. Kung wala ka namang itinatago, bakit ka umiiwas? Bakit mo pinagtataguan itong mga nag-iimbita sa'yo bilang isang resource speaker? Ay kung ako sa inyo, harapin ninyo itong mga pagdinig na to dahil ito ay parte ng inyong mga obligasyon bilang mga public officials. At yung pag-iwas niyo sa mga ganitong klaseng pagdinig ay magre-resulta sa isang serious legal consequences yan. And I would tell you, you cannot evade or you cannot escape the long arm of the law.